I want to talk about failure.
Everybody say wepa! Wepa! Get pasa!
I went to buy a hard disk for my computer, an external one, so I can put things in. It looks quite good, 1 terabyte, so that's quite nice. I received some answers in the Instagram questions, okay? And people were asking to talk about failure. Now, there are a couple of things that we have to make clear. Failure can mean a lot of things in a lot of different areas, okay? There were people talking about not being afraid of not being a good enough mom, and other stuffs, but failure we can divide it in different things, okay? So today I want to talk basically about failure, and then further on we can get into each part of failure a little bit, and I can help you to get over that feeling, okay? So let's grab my keys, let's grab the phone, let's grab this hard disk. That's pretty nice. Let's get in and let's talk about failure. This is a wide thing to talk. There are different parts that we can talk. Insecurity, failure in a relationship, failure in the job, failure personally, failure in different things. I don't want to be so harsh in this video, but I will tell you something right away, and I'm going to be brutally honest with you, okay? If you already think that you're gonna fail, you're shit, you're trash. And I don't want you to take this personal, but it's the honest opinion. The reason why is because probably you're looking at this video, you're answering me in Instagram, and the thing that you're afraid to fail is a feeling that you have before even trying anything. And that's the worst part. First things first, you cannot think that you're gonna fail before you even do anything. And I think that's the reason why a lot of you may be looking this video, because if you think about it, a lot of us, we stop doing things because we think we're gonna fail, okay? And I want to leave something clear. The feeling that you have about failure, it doesn't come because you actually failed. You're afraid to failure for past failures that you had before. Let me explain this, okay? So let's say we are talking failure in job-wise. Okay, because you're starting to create your own brand, you're starting to do your own things, or you're taking that risk and you're afraid to fail and you stop doing it. The reason why you have that feeling is because before you tried to do something like that and it didn't come out as you wanted. It didn't work out. And that is not a reason to not do it again. For me, that is just an excuse. If you want to do anything, if you had that feeling that you want to do anything, you cannot be thinking that you're gonna fail. That's stupid. Let's put this in an example. Kids, for example, they don't like to eat certain things that you put on the table, okay? The reason why is because they think they might not like it just because of how they see it. They ate something before, they look kind of similar to what they are eating now, and they think that they are not going to like it. Most of you think that, well, that's stupid. You're gonna think that you will not like something if you haven't tried it. Well, the same thing goes with failure. You cannot think that you're gonna fail before doing anything. So the first thing that you have to have clear is that feeling of failure before even you do anything is the most stupid thing that you can actually do. And I want you to do an exercise. I want you to actually think a moment about it. Think a moment if that feeling that you have inside that you're gonna fail because you actually did something and failed in this moment, or because you did something in the past that was quite similar, that you tried, that you took a risk, and now you're afraid to take the same risk to do something else. I'll put another example. In relationships, for example, if you want me to talk about relationships, let me know and I will do a video about relationships, okay? But I will give you a sneak peek about it, okay? Most of you are afraid to get into another relationship just because your past relationship like cheated on you, or it went wrong, or you didn't feel what you thought you would feel, or it didn't go as you planned to be. But that doesn't mean that the next person, that it might be your boyfriend or girlfriend or your partner, doesn't mean that person will do the same, right? Not because maybe one of your ex cheated on you means that the next one, the person that you have next to you, is going to cheat on you, right? But we have that thought. And here I want you to understand. You cannot let your thoughts decide your life for you. Because most of the times it's your thoughts that make you think that you're gonna fail, that makes you think that you cannot do something, that makes you think that blah 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 blah. Okay? And in that moment, when you let that thoughts get over you, your imagination is taking control of your life. That's something that cannot happen. You have to have the control of your life all the time. You have to go by heart, you have to go by mind, but never by thoughts. Because what is a thought for you? A thought for me is something that you create in your head, something that you imagine that. I thought this, I thought that, I thought that this food will taste bad, but it actually doesn't. But you thought about it. I thought this would be easier, but it wasn't. Or I thought this would be more complicated, but it wasn't. Okay? At the end, a thought is just something that your mind creates just because you're insecure about yourself. So you cannot let your thoughts take over your life. The first thing that you have to focus is in taking those thoughts away and take control of your life. Why are you afraid? What is the insecurity? Why do you think you're gonna fail? Do you have something in mind that tells you that you're gonna fail? Why? Because if you thought that you're gonna fail, you might have a why behind. There's an easy exercise to get over that. That's what I want you to do. You're going to take an Excel, or you take a paper, or you take your phone, or you take a Word, or you take a board, or whatever you need, okay? If you need, you can pause this video, take whatever you need, and then come back, okay? So once you have this, quite simple, you're going to write 3 different things, okay? The first will be a goal. Second one, I. And the third one, no. So in goal, under goal, what you're going to write down is your goal. Okay, let's say videos. Yeah, you can write other ones, like say music, and let's say fashion. In I is insecurities. Okay, so the insecurity that you have with that goal, the problem that is holding you back to make you feel like you're gonna fail. Okay, so I want you to write it with one word, only one word. Okay. So let's say in videos, time. In music, let's say knowledge. Yeah. And in fashion, let's say money. Yeah. Now, in no, what you have to write down is the things that you have to say no in order to succeed. Okay. So in order to not fail. So let's say my goal is videos, my insecurity is time, the things that I have to say no, let's say, is Netflix. Yeah. In music, my insecurity that I have is knowledge. So the things that I'm going to write no is, let's say, parties. And in fashion, my insecurity is the money that I have to buy better fashion clothes or books or whatever. So the things that I have to say no, maybe, is buying shit. Yeah. Okay, so now you take a step back and look. What do you see? I will tell you what I see. I see the formula that you have in order to not fail and to actually succeed. Okay, and let me explain you why. So in the first column, you have your goal, videos, music, fashion. Yeah, for example. In the second column, we have time, knowledge, money. And the third column, we have the things that we have to say no to. Netflix, party, buying shit. Okay. So this is how it works. It's quite simple. Okay. So your goal is to make music. Your insecurity is the time that you can have to actually invest into making and creating videos and editing and the rest. And the things that I have to say no in order to have more time and to actually do videos and create better content is Netflix. So if I don't do Netflix, then I have more time, so then I can do videos. So that, instead of a failure, is a success. So now let's go into music. So my insecurity is the knowledge that I have. So the things that I have to say no is to party. So if I don't party, I have more time to invest in my knowledge, and I have more money to invest in my knowledge. So then I can create better music. So that's another success. Now let's go with the last one, fashion. My insecurity is money, and the things that I have to say no is buying shit. So if I don't buy shit, I have more money that I can invest into fashion. Success. This is an easy formula that you can use in any moment, in anything that you need. Okay, in some things you will have to break your mind a little bit more to actually find the thing that is causing you the issue, that is causing you the feeling of failure. And sometimes it will be easy, just get there and boom, it will come alone. And that's totally fine. That's totally fine. Now the thing is what I told you before, don't let your thoughts drive your life. You have to have control of your life every single time, emotionally, mentally, and sometimes you have to be careful with this too. But you can never let your thoughts drive your life. Never. It's the worst thing you can actually do in your life. It's the worst thing. Okay? Once you let your thoughts decide for you, then you're screwed. Then you're screwed because your mind will always try to trick you. Your mind will always take the easy path. Your mind will always stay in the comfort zone. Always. And it's up to you. Okay? And now it's New Year's. Everybody has New Year's resolutions and everything. But here's the problem. Everybody like saying, yeah, I will do this, I will go to the gym, I will start this, I will do that and that and that. But that's all bullshit. Most of the times. 98% of the times is bullshit. There will be only a 2% that will actually do something long term to accomplish the New Year's resolution. For me, New Year's resolution are a shit. Are bullshit. It's just a way that we have to trick ourselves that this year we will do something that last year we didn't do because we are lazy, or because we are scared, or because we are afraid, or because we let our thoughts decide for our life. I will tell you why most of people don't succeed. Most of people don't succeed because they do the same exact shit, just with different words or with different actions. And it all starts here. You just have to start. You have to do it. You cannot be thinking that you're gonna fail before even do anything, before even trying. You have to do. You have to try. And if you fail, okay, there is no failure. Failure should not exist in your vocabulary. In your mind, it should not exist because there's no failure. It's up to you want to make it a failure or not. What I mean by this is, if you do something, if you try something and you fail, it's just life teaching you that the way that you were doing that, the path that you took to do that was not the correct one. Doesn't mean that you don't have to do that. Doesn't mean that you cannot do that. It means that the way that you took is not the correct one. But there are other ones. And it's up to you to find them. And it's up to you to stand up after that failure. Look back. Look at what made you fail. Change it, correct it, and continue. Start all over. Doesn't matter. But it's up to you. So don't come in with that bullshit that you're afraid of failure before even doing anything. This is the most bullshitting thing and the biggest excuse that you can tell yourself. That's it. And for me, a person that thinks they're gonna fail before even trying anything doesn't even deserve to try. I'm sorry if I'm really hard, but that's the thing. So do something. Tomorrow morning, this evening, wherever you're looking at this, exact moment, make that formula, make that plan. Write down why you think that you're gonna fail. What is the feeling that you have? What is your goal? What is your insecurity? And what thing do you have to say no to in order to accomplish that? And once you have that, you have it all. Now it's up to you to follow that. If I put no Netflix, then it's up to me to not watch Netflix and invest that time into doing the other thing. If it is not buying shit, then it's up to me to not buy that shit, to invest that money into another thing. But it's all up to you. And it's hard. It's hard. It's always hard. But what do you want? Being your deathbed 70, 80, 90 years from now, and then feel like, shit, I could have done that, but just because I didn't put the discipline to actually do it, I let my thoughts decide for me, I didn't do it. And now there's no more time. In that moment, there will be no more time. Right now, you have plenty of time. Plenty. But it's up to you. What do you want to do with your life? What do you want to do with your time? You want to continue thinking you're going to fail? Or you want to change something and accomplish what you want? That's up to you.